All right, good day, everybody. Steve Prziborowski here. Welcome to episode 80 of Reach for the Firefighter Badge. Episode 80 is going to talk more about what you or someone you know that's still in high school can do to best prepare themselves for a career in the fire service. So let's get on with part 4 of ways someone in high school can best prepare to be a firefighter. All right, as a reminder, my 2 websites have lots of great free information on them to help you or anyone you know be the best they can be, not just in the hiring process, but more importantly, once they get hired and throughout their entire career. So lots of great stuff. Also, 2 of my 3 books are on the website. Actually, all 3 of them are, but these 2 are focused on firefighter preparation for the entry-level candidate. The other book is related to promotional preparation for once someone gets on the job and desires to promote. But anyway, both available off my website. So as I've mentioned time and time again, it's never too early to start, preparation to become a firefighter, especially if you're still in high school or you know someone that's still in high school. So now's the time to start preparing because life passes us up very quickly. So try to catch the train before it leaves the station and you're going to maybe set yourself up for success sooner versus later. So in the previous episodes, 77, 78, 79, we discussed some general things related to education, experience, that a future firefighter could consider while still in high school to ensure they set themselves up for success. So now let's talk about some more things someone in high school can do to best prepare for a career in the fire service. So some more general suggestions. Plan on getting great grades to attend a community college that hopefully offers a number of different programs specific to the fire service. You may go, great grades, I don't want college. Well, here's the thing. If you're struggling in high school right now and you can't get good grades, what do you think is going to happen when you get hired? First of all, you may struggle on the written tests. You may not even get hired. But if you even do get hired, you're going to have to go through EMT school, maybe paramedic school. There's EMT refresher every 2 years. The fire service career requires testing on a regular basis, especially the recruit academy. You've got to keep it 80% average on your written tests, on your skills tests. I mean, if you're not really sure about that, go back and check out some of the previous episodes I've done related to the written examination, for example. You got to get good grades. And also you got to really consider attending a community college. Now, a 4-year degree, no department requires a 4-year degree. And I've really never seen a department require a 2-year degree. Usually just high school diploma, GED or equivalent. And that's just to keep a huge or a larger applicant pool, because the more requirements they have, the less applicants they get. It doesn't allow them to maybe have that many people to select from. So a perfect community college, in my opinion, would be one that offers maybe a 2-year degree, but also offers EMT certification, because most fire departments require you to be an EMT just to apply. Or if they don't require it, they're going to either put you through it or make you go through it on your own during probation, and that's not fun. It's nice to have stuff done with before you get hired. It's one less thing you got to worry about. But EMT certification is critical because most of our calls are medical calls in nature. I know it's false advertising because we call ourselves the fire department, but I didn't create the name. Another good 2-year degree program is one that has a Firefighter 1 Academy. Like in California, there's probably 40 to 50 colleges just in California that have 2-year degrees in fire science, fire technology, or equivalent type of programs. Many of them have EMT programs, which is awesome because you can get your EMT out of the way and allows you to take more firefighter exams. Some of them also have Firefighter 1 academies that are certified by the State Fire Marshal's Office. Again, something else in California that some departments actually require. And even if they don't require it, I sure as hell would rather go through a college academy before I get picked up in the big leagues. Because think about it. If you never had an academy before you got hired by a fire department and then you're going into their academy, you have a higher risk of failing their academy. And when you fail an academy, like say for the Oakland Fire Department, the LA Fire Department, San Diego Fire Department, which happens because you can't keep your grades up, you can't keep your skills up, maybe your physical fitness isn't where it should be, maybe you got an attitude or behavioral issue. When you get fired from a big city any fire department's academy, good luck getting another fire job. Why? Well, I mean, think about it. You're a fire chief. Why would you give someone a chance that's failed out of an academy versus maybe give someone a chance who hasn't failed yet? I mean, so get an academy done if you can do one and you can find one, because it sure is nice at the college level to get it done, because then you know you can do the skills, you can do the job. And chances are many academies at the college level are actually sometimes more difficult than the paid fire department academies that a department will put you through. I mean, seriously. But again, it's just nice to have that if nothing else, because it proves that you can do the job. And again, as I share time and time again, don't just prepare for the test, prepare for the position. Doing this stuff helps you prepare for the position. And as a real added bonus, if you can find a college that also offers paramedic certification, triple bonus. Why? Because as I said, most departments run mostly medical calls. 60, 70, 80% of calls for most fire departments are medical in nature. There are some fire departments that only hire paramedics as firefighters, meaning if you haven't put yourself through paramedic school for a year or more, you're not going to get hired by that department. Very few departments can actually afford to put a candidate through paramedic school. I mean, that's a year of training typically, thousands of dollars. Don't expect the department to do it. But again, if you want to be a highly marketable candidate in today's fire service, having these three things are going to be very valuable to you. All right, let's continue on. A little bit of a technical difficulty, so very minor if you wonder why the little minor transition there. But anyway, if you can find a 2-year college that offers EMT, Firefighter 1, and or paramedic, what a great bonus plan to make you the best candidate possible. All right, some other general suggestions when you're still in high school to help prepare you to be preparing for a career in the fire service. Internet, social media can be very valuable. I think some suggestions, definitely use it, be aware of it, but this may be tough to understand when you're in high school, and I know it would have been tough for me, so I'm not picking on anybody age-wise because I know it would have been tough for me had social media been around when I was, in high school. Use it professionally. Now, the hard part is some people definition of professionalism is a lot different, so I know things sometimes, we all mature over time, and sometimes things you post in high school or even younger, you may go, oh my gosh, why did I do that? Well, just realize in today's world, when you do a background investigation, odds are they're going to look back and see what your Facebook history is, your social media history, Instagram, whatever platform you use, they'll ask you. And even if they don't, your coworkers will Google your name. And if there's embarrassing things on there, because remember, nothing ever gets deleted from the internet, there's a chance that it could backfire. So again, try your best to use it professionally. As I suggested, your coworkers will be Googling yourself. You need to Google yourself, not just Google, but any internet browser, search engine. Take the time to see what pops up with your name, because there may be some things that you go, well, this is cool and bitching now at 15 or 16, but you know what? When I'm 45 and having to explain this to my kids or grandkids, that may be a little embarrassing depending on the situation. I know there's situations I'm glad that we didn't have social media for when I was in high school, but we'll leave it at that. I've shared, as I think hopefully by now we all realize, nothing's ever permanently deleted. So again, try to use good judgment so it doesn't backfire. Post today what you'd be proud of 50 years from now. I know it's hard to imagine sometimes, but all of us are one click away, meaning click as in liking something or maybe posting something that even if we try to delete it afterward, it's going to permanently scar us potentially if it's inappropriate, unethical, illegal, or just wrong. So I know, if nothing else, do something that you think your parents or your grandparents will be proud of. I know, a good litmus test. All right, some other general suggestions to help you while still in high school. Keep your driving record clean, free of tickets, accidents, and poor decision making, because one of the things they're going to investigate during the background process is, well, let's see your driving record. And I know it's easy for people to say, well, I was just 16, 17, I was dumb and young and naive. Okay, yeah, but now if you're 18, 19, not a lot of time has gone or passed since that time. Because remember, as I talked about in the background investigations, what helps poor decision making? Usually time, meaning the longer it's been. I mean, it's one thing if you're 16, but saying at 19, 3 years later that you've just, oh, I was immature then, and you've changed in 3 years, probably not. It's one thing to say 16 and now you're 26, but again, try your best to have a great record. I mean, we all make mistakes, but try to have it spotless. Can't go wrong with that. Keep your criminal record clean, free of arrests, other activity, including poor decision making, because even an arrest could go against you. And I know, again, when we're in high school, we don't think of those things. I didn't think of those things. I mean, most don't. You got better priorities, or excuse me, other priorities. May not be better in the time in the long run, but at least we have other thoughts and priorities. But again, if you want to be a firefighter or police officer, any elected official, governmental official, God, imagine if you ever want to run for city council or even higher, like a state senator, president, governor. Look at some of the things that are getting coming out of the social media and the internet from like their college days. Here's people in their 50s and posts from their college days 30 years ago are coming up, and it's just destroying them before they even get into position. And, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Learn from the mistakes of others. Probably that's what I learned to tell you. All right. In the next episode, number 81, we're going to discuss some more general suggestions that someone still in high school can do so they can best prepare themselves for a career in the fire service. As always, thank you very much for the gift of your time. Please don't hesitate to reach out if I can ever be of assistance to you. All right. Until the next one, have a great time. Be safe. Take care. Be well. And we'll talk soon.